Hey guys, this is Absolute Aquatics, and today we're going to be feeding some shrimp. Alright, so the two foods that I feed my fish or my shrimp the most have been this Ocean Nutrition algae wafer and Tetracolor granules. And I'm going to feed two different tanks, each a different food, and we're just going to see how the shrimp react. So these are the two foods. You can see the wafers are just little green wafers, and of course the Tetracolor granules are just little red granules. So let's grab a couple of these, put them in this tank, and they sink immediately. And then we'll grab some Tetracolor granules, and we'll put them in here. They pretty much sink immediately as well. That's why I like them so much for feeding the shrimp, because it sinks right away, and they seem to love it. But the algae wafers, so far, has seen that they don't like them as much, but they still eat them, and it's good for them, and all that. So I'm gonna wait a little while, let the shrimp gather up, and then I'll come back and show you how fast they're eating, how many there are in these tanks, and then I'll talk about some other foods that I suggest feeding to your shrimp. And so we're back. It's been about 20 minutes. As you can see, the algae wafers are completely covered in shrimp, and so I'd say that's a good food for your shrimp. I know that there's algae in the tank, and you might ask, why aren't they just eating the algae? I don't really know. I'm sure that there's other ingredients in the wafers that make them want to eat it. I'm sure there is. I know there is. But so the wafers are good. Let me come over here, and you can also see that the Tetracolor granules are also covered in shrimp. Now I'm going to tell you the one benefit of the color granules is when you drop in a small handful, they're spread out more compared to these, which they're all clustered up. There's 3 of them, 2 of them are stacked on each other. And I could have spread them out purposely, and I could have spread these out more purposely, just to keep it so that the little shrimp have a better chance of eating. But that's why I keep the Java moss in the tanks, so that they always have somewhere to graze, and the little shrimp don't necessarily need to be fed as much. And typically you don't really need to feed your shrimp hardly ever in a very established tank, but I like to feed them because I like to breed the shrimp and grow the numbers very quickly and have more shrimp than if I just let them live off of the little ecosystem that I've provided. So some other foods that I suggest feeding to shrimp are green beans with salt, does not matter. Just regular, like fish flakes, Tetra's fine brand, any other brand should be fine as well. And I found that shrimp will eat lettuce if, like, the thicker part at the bottom of a piece of lettuce, like it's all white and less good, if you sink it to the bottom and you stick it down there, just a small piece, because it's not super easy for them to eat, but they crowd around it. And of course there's like specific shrimp foods like Shrimp King, which I have used, and I have some left. It's like the color enhancing kind, so it's not exactly the best for them, but they do love it anyways, and it does make them look nice. But I'll probably only ever use that in like a display tank in like my living room or something, because I don't know, the shrimp look good as they are, so the color enhancing is pretty much just to make them pop just a little extra, like if you have guests. But in the fish room, people that come in are usually just shocked at how many fish tanks that you have anyways. And I don't even have a big fish room, and people are shocked. I literally only have 3 tanks running in here. There are 5 or 6 tanks technically, but 5 tanks, my big one behind me, and then the 4 on this rack in front of me. And people are just still shocked at that. So that's my opinion on the color enhancing food for the shrimp. Just only in a display tank out in the living room. But yeah, that's a feeding video for everybody. and a few other food options. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me what you guys feed your shrimp in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear. Tell me if there's anything I didn't say, especially because that's what I'm also very interested in, is some new foods that I've never used before. Anyways, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Next time.